Good morning, Corvallis. You're listening to 88.7 FM KBVR, Second String Sports, the only proper sports show here on campus, giving you the truth
and nothing but the
truth. I think what's that a movie quote from?
I don't know.
It's a good quote though. So, whatevs though. Anyway, there's a lot that's happened since last Friday. We got me and Logan McGinnis in the booth here.
Yep.
We want to start,
the dynamic duo.
The Batman and Robin. Probably couldn't decide who's Batman, who's Robin, so we'll just both be unanimously Bat Robins.
We're half. We're both.
What's another good dynamic duo that we could actually decide on? The sports duo. Shaq and Cobes?
No.
Jordan Pippen?
No. Probably Tim Duncan, Tony Parker.
You can be Donald Sterling, I'll be Magic Johnson.
Whoa. Whoa. Feuding.
All right.
Just kidding.
Yeah, there we go.
No one here is in any way.
We could be a Justin Timberlake, Jimmy Fallon. That's a great duo right there.
All right. I'd take either one of those.
A little pop culture reference.
Either one of those comparisons any day of the week.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, this is Second String Sports. If you want to get socially involved with us, we're big social media guys. Hit us up on the Twit. I'm personal Twitter at jmcgrady7
and at LT McGinnis, or you can follow us at our Second String
at
account.
Second String KBVR. We pretty much live tweet throughout the whole shows. If you want to discuss, throw your hat in the ring for some sports debate topics. Want to get a little controversial with us? You can just tweet at us or just hashtag Second String Sports.
And also, guys, don't forget to listen to our YouTube podcast.
If you've throwing it out there early.
If you missed the show, go look at that.
I like it. Yeah, if you missed the show or, you're waking up on a Saturday morning after a long, hard night on a Greek row.
Maybe it was just a long night in the library.
That's true. We don't want to subject our listeners. We probably have a wide demographic.
Yeah.
You could even be a parent, a professor, riding to work.
A hobo.
Where would a hobo listen to us?
Dutch Brothers.
Okay. Anyway, if you want some later sports, if you're about to watch the big games and you want to listen to the show again if you missed it, hit us up on the YouTube. Just it's YouTube. Second String Sports, second spelled out all the way. We post all the shows pretty much the night of. But yeah, let's get into the big topics of this show. I'm going to give a quick run through so you can stay tuned and be on the edge of your seats, desperately waiting for us to get to our opinions.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know about you guys though.
He's more like now he is literally on the edge of his seat. Anyway, got a lot to talk about. We got some Michael Sam. Michael Sam, he's been in the media pretty much, I would say 24/7 since last Thursday. Well, he wasn't picked up on Thursday. Since the weekend, being picked up by the St. Louis Rams, as a free agent. So we're going to give our views on that, what we think that's going to withhold. And then we're going to move into some kind of sad Oregon State news with a Ben Wetzler arrest, a couple misdemeanors under his belt. Going to talk about what that's going to do for the team. Then we got going to go back to our roots here with the old wrinkly white bread disgusting creature from the dark, Donald Sterling himself, going on CNN with Anderson Cooper, saying even more controversial things, refusing to pay the $2.5 million fine by the NBA, and threatening to countersue the NBA. So he's trash. He's garbage. We're going to get into that.
Bring out the trash.
Then we're going to end the show with, obviously, the most relevant topic right now, the NBA playoffs, sadly.
Oh, yeah.
My beloved Trailblazers being eliminated by Logan's Spurs. We're going to get that talk out. Terry Stott's contract extension, though. And yeah, that's a full-packed show of sports-tacularness, if I do say so myself.
Sports-tacular.
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 That's an app.
Oh, yeah.
We've been paid to say that by Sports-tacular on the iTunes App Store.
They want us to promote their app.
And we're promoting them, so. This is brought to you by Sports-tacular. See?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
we're that official.
We're that official. Let's get into the first topic of the day. Michael Sam, let's get it out of the way.
All right.
What do we got to say about this? If you guys don't know the backstory, although if you're a sports fan, I'm sure you do know the backstory. But Michael Sam played for, Missouri.
Yeah.
He was the Defensive Player of the Year 1 year for his conference. Solid
co-defensive player.
Co-defensive player for his conference. He is a very, very solid linebacker.
Yeah.
In college, he was a solid player. And then he came out as historically the first, before he was drafted, he became the first openly gay athlete that could potentially be the first gay National Football League player. So there's a huge huge media whirlwind about it. It was all focused on him. Our team's going to not draft him because of his sexual orientation. People were pretty accepting of it. There were the obvious hate. He goes into the draft. Personally, in my opinion, I think talent-wise, he probably could have been taken earlier. I think it was a little bit of that. Maybe teams just, I don't know, didn't want the media attention. Didn't want, want the media circus. So he was taken 7th round by the St. Louis Rams. And now the controversy is
he has his own camera documentary crew. He's working with Oprah.
Oprah has bought the rights to a Michael Sam documentary. The cameras were at his house and they captured a very intimate kiss between him and his boyfriend.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just kind of, I think it's a great thing for him.
Yeah.
And just to be the first one to actually come out, it's a big step. And I'm not trying to downplay it or anything like that, but it is getting a lot more attention than it really needs to get.
I completely
But
agree.
I understand why it's getting it, but hopefully in the next, couple years or so, maybe if someone does come out and says I am gay, and it won't be that big of a deal. Hopefully in a couple of years, maybe, and it just won't blow up like this. But I feel like I'm just going off a little sidetrack here. There is I think there's, people are saying that, oh wow, Michael Sam, such a big hero to everyone in the community. But I feel like there's one player that's being overlooked and probably should be more recognized than Michael Sam. Or I'm not saying that it's a bigger deal, but the Alejandro Villanueva, who is a first lieutenant out of Army, and he's a 6'9", 277 pound defensive end, and
monster.
He got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, he signed a rookie contract. He didn't get drafted, but that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And he served our country for a couple of years, and I feel like it got some media attention, but it's not getting any of the media attention as Michael Sam's getting. But I'm just I think both are a pretty big deal.
Both are big deals,
but one's getting overshadowed by the other just just because. But and that's just my own opinion.
It's an honest opinion, and I sort of feel the same way with you. Obviously, we're not trying to downplay Michael Sam. It was a huge, courageous thing he could have done. I mean, it came out that even his own dad kind of shunned him and said that he wasn't happy with it, and that's obviously a tough thing. So he was courageous for being the first one, and it's great that there's hopefully he can make the team. But it's great that could be a role model and professional athlete for that community because he seems like a really upstanding guy. But honestly, the coverage of it, I don't know what he feels about it. I would think that he's, unless it's huge,
it's getting
fame seeker. But I think to him, it's probably even seeing overkill. I mean, poor guy. It's just everything about him is overshadowing.
That's why
he's a good football player, and
everything's getting overshadowed.
The kiss is being replayed over and over again on pretty much all Sports Nation.
And media in general is just going to talk about this.
Man,
but that's what I'm saying. But
he's going to be asked questions about that. It should be all about the football, like you said. Hopefully, years from now, I'm sure, I'm 100% positive there. Whether it's the MLB, the NBA, the NFL, there's gay players in leagues right now who just don't come out because they're afraid.
Yeah.
And if you do come out, it'd be great if it's not a big deal. It'd be great if it's just cool. Let's get to the game.
Well, I think just going back on to Villanueva on the Army story.
Yeah,
he served our country for the past 4 years, and he was a wide receiver for Army in 2009 when he was a senior. So
and then he went to serve in
making a transfer from being a wide receiver in the Army in 2009.
not even playing football
going
for
not
a
even
stretch
playing
of time.
And yeah,
It's
not
crazy.
playing for 4 years and then coming to the NFL as a defensive end. Like, that's crazy.
Impressive. Very impressive.
That's an impressive story, but the Michael Sam story is it's going to get more media attention.
It's going to continue to grow. It's a media monster. That thing is just a money-making conglomerate in the making. But all I can say is, do you think he's going to make the team? I think he will. I think there's no way he doesn't. It's still a question mark. It's still a question mark.
That's Seattle, or not Seattle, the St. Louis Rams defense.
Yeah.
They had one of the best pass rush defense in the NFL last year, and that's why St. Louis was actually surprising last year, even without Sam Bradford for a while. So they got a real tough defensive seven, and that's what's
I agree.
And defensive end, and I feel like it's good. It could actually be tough. He might actually not make.
Yeah.
I could see him not making the team.
Yeah,
I feel like if
it's a tough one, we'll see what happens. Isn't his jersey already
it's one of the
selling
most top,
up there with Manziel?
Yeah, it's like the second behind.
Do you think
Manziel.
there's a part of the Rams, the owner, who wants him to make the team just for that, that money, that attention, kind of like what Tebow was for the Jets?
But you see how Tebow was. Tebow was pretty much just banished from the NFL for being such a believer in his and just God.
True. Yeah.
And I'm not saying
sad,
he was banished, but I feel like he pretty much was.
Yeah.
So
it's a tough one, when the outside beliefs and stuff gets in front of the game. It's a frustrating situation. I think even for those like Michael Sam or Tim Tebow, who you don't want to have to hide who you are, obviously, but there's some connotations that come with it, and he's getting a lot of attention for it. So all I can say is the media attention's getting pretty annoying. I can't say that I'm loving all the stuff that's repeated over and over and over again, but I will say that I'm rooting for Michael Sam. I think he's a cool guy, and obviously that community could use an actual athlete to represent them a little bit better than Jason Collins, because Jason Collins, let's just say his abilities are less than par on the court.
I don't know. I would even trust. I'm trying to say who I like better, but Jason Collins is a veteran who's been around the block.
It's true,
and he's understand what the situations are. But I don't hate on Jason Collins here, Jake. Don't bring Jason Collins into this.
Why? They go hand in hand.
But Jason Collins is a real dude.
That's true.
He's the man.
He's done a lot for that community, too.
Yeah, Jason Collins is awesome.
Didn't play for the Nets really at all this year, but, respect to all those guys. We're going to take a quick PSA break here, and when we come back, going to get into a little Oregon State controversy, little Ben Wetzler double misdemeanor. So stay tuned. This is Second String Sports, 88.7 FM, KBVR Corvallis. You're listening to Jake McGrady and Logan McGinnis in the studio, kicking the realness.
Chilling in the stew, day in, day out realness. Stay tuned. Lots of sports to come. Second String Sports.
Hey, you look a little stressed out. Everything okay?
I felt like I spent all my money on books again. I have to pick between books or food.
Pause. Fact. The USDA defines food insecurity as having reduced quality, variety, or desirability of diet to multiple indications of disrupted eating patterns and reduced food intake.
Fact. The percent of college students experiencing food insecurity can reach up to 59% at some Oregon universities.
Fact. The Human Services Resource Center offers bi-weekly food pantries to help subsidize the cost of food for students and community members. If you're interested in learning more, come visit us 9 to 5 Monday through Friday in Snell 233.
See you at the HSRC.
And welcome back. Second String Sports. Jake McGrady, Logan McGinnis. All sports, all day long. Realness, truth, swag, youthfulness.
Oh,
useful. Yeah. I turned into you last week. I can't say youthfulness.
Useful shoot. No, that was like 3 weeks ago where I couldn't talk. I could talk last week.
No, that was like last week.
Was it?
I think it was. No, Grant was here for that. That was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I couldn't talk. I couldn't talk a lot.
You couldn't talk.
3 weeks
You
ago.
turned dyslexic.
I did.
I
don't know what it was.
Dyslexic.
It was probably, I blame it on my Professor Finn. Maybe sometimes he makes me crazy.
Really? You blaming it on Finn?
Yeah. Sometimes Friday, Finn kind of gets me rattled sometimes. Shout out to Finn. He's the man.
Shout out Finzy. Anyway, we are here talking some Oregon State. What do you want to call it? A hindrance? Another negative media poll.
Yeah, it's
a sad situation. We'll see what comes out of it. Very interesting situation, interesting story. It's been talked a lot about. Ben Wessler, Oregon State senior pitcher, was arrested. At 4:30 a.m.
It was
Saturday?
4:30. Broke a window into a person's home, and it was just kind of maybe the report said that he wasn't trying to trespass or whatever.
No, he was just really drunk. He was extremely intoxicated.
Yeah,
he was sipping.
So
he was.
He thought he was at his house, but he actually wasn't.
So the Benton County Jail here has that he is charged with second-degree criminal mischief and first-degree criminal trespassing, which are both Class A misdemeanors.
Mm-hmm.
And he was released from jail on the same day on bail. But he still suited up for the 2 games against UCLA on Saturday and Sunday. Didn't play.
Yeah. Pat Casey
has yet to announce the.
Pat Casey, the head coach of Oregon State
has
baseball.
He come out?
Yeah, he has given Ben Wessler a 5-game suspension, and but he will be able to available to pitch on Sunday versus Washington.
All right.
So he can pitch Washington, and then he'll serve his 5-game suspension from the team.
Yeah. And once. I don't know how this is going to play into Oregon State's end of the season, but I know it's set in stone that June 9th is his official court date for this. So regardless, June 9th he's going to be out because of court. So
yeah, and that's I went to all the regional and super regional and super regional games last year, and those were so that was probably the best
atmosphere for baseball
for baseball, and it destroyed any other basketball atmosphere that's been in the past couple of years here.
There's only been a few big Civil War was a good one this year.
No, when those games get going, it gets really exciting. Yeah. And it was just and just to kind of see, it's going to be kind of disappointing, but I feel like our pitching is so good that we're going to be able to stay in with any other team, and we're actually in this just to kind of follow up on another Beaver baseball topic here is Michael Conforto is now projected to get drafted by Keith. According to Keith Law, he has his already first mock draft for MLB. He's projected to go 6 overall to the Seattle Mariners, which is his hometown.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So Michael Conforto is just a beast. He's leading the NCAA with RBIs and pretty high up there, and I don't even know in batting average. So Michael's been killing it all year. And I looked at anyone who's interested. We got an Oregon State versus number 2 Oregon State, almost number 1. We're getting there. We're almost. There. We're always been floating around.
We will get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Number 2 Oregon State is now playing number 5 Washington in a 3-game series this weekend. First game is today. I think it's at 4:05.
Yeah, it's 4:05.
First pitch, and it's gonna be Jared Fisher is pitching. I think for us on the first game, or for Washington. I'm not sure what our pitching is looking like, but OSU has won the last 19 of its 21 games, and they're on a 12-game winning streak. So that's going to be
it's a huge streak.
Yeah, and Dylan Davis is also just he hit a grand slam the other game. It's gonna be a good game. Washington's coming out.
Mm-hmm. And prepping the field right now as we walked up.
Mm-hmm.
Sun's out, guns out,
and also Dylan Davis and Michael Conforto. They're from Seattle, so it's
exactly little hometown rivalry.
Yeah,
I'm sure their family friends are coming out for these. Close enough drive.
Oh yeah.
So to conclude the Ben Wessler discussion, what do you think this does? Do you think it lingers over the team a little bit? It's obviously not a good look for the organization.
It's not a good look for the organization or the university right now.
Everyone was behind his back after the whole Philadelphia Phillies agent thing. I mean, heck, we were talking about that on our show come fall term. Or winter term? Winter term.
It must have been.
It was winter term. But second offense, in one season, one school year, so you can't imagine this is going to help his draft stock.
It's not going to help his draft stock, but I don't think it's going to hurt it that much. It's a serious situation like right now for the team, but
I think it's a bigger situation than the Winston stealing crab legs. I mean,
classic Winston. I gotta get my crabs.
If you get drunk enough to wander the streets and throw a brick through someone's window, that's a lapse in character judgment and a lapse in self-control, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially for a 22-year-old senior who represents, Oregon State University.
Yeah. Well, the way I see it is just young people make mistakes.
Yeah.
And
I think he better learn from this.
A lot of people can tell you people have learned. They learn from their mistakes. So I feel like Wetzler's gonna. He'll turn it around.
Come out, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think, and then another.
It's good of Pat Casey to give him that 5 game. It puts him into perspective, puts him into place.
And
I like it.
Another big thing that's happening for Oregon State baseball, is Kevin Keyes, who he first baseman and played third base last year. He's coming back from a fractured left thumb. Baby Kai. Keyes is coming back from a fractured left thumb, which I think he hurt it against Washington State, I think in April. So, and getting him back in the lineup, we've kind of put some bench players in, but I think once this guy comes in, this could be a big situation. So, look forward to that.
I like it. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that concludes a little Oregon State baseball talk. If you're an Oregon State student, make sure to head out to the game against UW tonight. It's going to be a good one.
Hey, yeah, and UW, and last year, UW was not a solid team. They were 10th in the Pac-12.
No.
And this year, they're about to they're probably the conference's biggest surprise.
Yeah.
They've won 8 straight, so it'll be a good series. Everyone look forward to that.
And I mean, this weather, man. Can you ask for a better outdoor sports situation? What was it?
We've been in heat.
How long has it been since this weather kicked off around Wednesday?
I feel like
Tuesday.
I feel like I've been in a sauna for like
a sauna up in here.
Yeah.
A jalapeno habanero sauna. The devil's sauna.
Whoa.
Hotter than Kate Upton and Nicki Minaj in a sauna.
Oh.
Those are the two most random girls I could possibly think of at that moment. Shouts out Nicki Minaj, though. You can come on the show anytime. And Kate Upton. But anyway.
Hey, Kate Upton would easily talk some Detroit Justin Verlander with us.
Nah, she's too stupid.
Maybe she'd bring out with a. She maybe take. You can bring Justin Verlander if you want. I'd talk some baseball. With
Honestly,
Verlander.
she's probably like, whatted the whole team. Ooh, Kate Upton call out. We're so off topic, but we were talking about the heat. It's been like 88, 90 degrees.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. The heat has got to me.
Ooh, it's rattled your head.
Oh, it's like when the snow was happening. The snow just made me mad. Just like a couple times.
I take the snow over this anyway.
Oh,
Actually,
I wouldn't take the snow over like.
The cold doesn't bother me. The heat just makes me uncomfortable. The snow,
take it like 10 degrees, like when it was like 90, like upper 90, like it was upper 90, it was like 92.
That's lower 90s.
Lower 90. I would take 10 degrees low. I would take 80s, like 82.
Even that.
It was too hot for me. I couldn't take it. I was going crazy.
It was. He was going so crazy.
Yeah, I just sat in front of the fan and I just like,
Even that doesn't help because like the living room you get adjusted and get tolerable, but then you go to your room to try to sleep and it's literally a hot box.
Corvallis, you need air conditioning. What are you doing with your life?
Oregon State. Air conditioning.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, hold up. Before we even get out, we're going off topic, but I want to go off topic. Jake, you need to tell your story about your film professor.
So my film professor, John Lewis in film class, it was in Withacombe. Did the ultimate rage quit yesterday in class. Get to class 5 minutes in. It's extremely hot. There's about 12 fans running because apparently this is a new building that, Oregon State did not equip with ventilation or air conditioning. So he was pretty angry about that. The school's solution was some fans, so we couldn't hear him talk. And he rage quits within 5 minutes, cancels the class for the rest of the term, putting the stuff online, and just basically quit.
Oh, yeah.
Said, show up for the final. And that's boss. I mean, I have a strong feeling that once it gets back to Oregon State, they're gonna find a solution because with 3 weeks left, I honestly don't think that this is gonna withhold. But for now, it's cool.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Oh yeah,
we're probably gonna be in some classroom by next week.
It's boss.
It's boss. Anyway, Talkin Corvallis. That was Oregon State baseball.
That was our
tangent.
Yeah,
that was our weekly tangent.
Yeah.
We're gonna take another PSA break, but stay tuned. We're gonna come back talking about the crusty devil himself, Donald Sterling, in a CNN interview. We got some pretty strong opinions on that. You're listening to Second String Sports, KBVR Corvallis. Stay tuned.
The Oregon State University Sustainability Office acts as the primary support organization for the expanding sustainability efforts at OSU. The organization fosters a culture of sustainability, aiming to enhance student competency around issues of sustainability, to reduce the university's overall environmental impact, and to communicate efforts with the campus community. Did you know that there are 2 on-campus solar arrays producing 1.7 megawatts of energy? Learn more about this and other sustainability facts and feats by phoning the Sustainability Office at 541-737-1000.
And we're back.
We love sustainable energy.
We love sustainability. We love helping Mother Earth. We're the good guys.
Oh, yeah.
We're the good guys. Anyway, we're back to talk a topic that we're revisiting from a little last week discussion, but it's developed more. Exiled NBA enemy himself, Donald Sterling, came out with a very interesting and, it hurt himself, terrible look for him interview with Anderson Cooper on CNN.
Coop.
The Coopster. The Gray
Good old-
Fox.
good old
the
Coop.
Silver Fox. I love Cooper.
Yeah.
Anyway, to summarize the interview, people were going into it thinking that, he was gonna have an apology for the racist remarks, for the for everything that's happened, the hindrance on the Clippers. And he came out and said some very questionable things. And on a side note, he looked disgusting. He looked like a melting Jabba the Hutt. He can't open his eyes. He looks like crap.
Jabba
Sterling. Anyway, he said several things like he believes that his players don't hate him, the coaches don't hate him, the advertisers don't hate him. It's only the media that hates him. And we're like, and Cooper's like,
I'm pretty sure everyone hates you.
Are you sure about that? And he says, no, I'm positive. I own the. He's like, they belong to me. I own them. When he's talking about the Clippers players, which is not the right thing to say when you were coming out saying racist things earlier. And then probably the weirdest thing was Anderson Cooper said, "Have you spoken to Magic Johnson since this?" And he said, "Yes, I have." And Cooper said, "Did you apologize?" And he said, "Yeah, I don't really see what I need to apologize about. Magic Johnson is a great player, yada yada, but I don't think he's a good role model for the minorities of Los Angeles. What has he done?" And then
For the community,
Cooper says something, and then
Like
out of nowhere, Donald Sterling goes, "Well, he has AIDS," just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not a good situation.
Nah.
That you guys can obviously go watch that interview on YouTube. It got a lot of attention.
This is my only comment on it. Is Sterling is just straight trash, and I wouldn't. And I wouldn't
spit it.
And I wouldn't care.
Step back.
If he just,
Pull that mic up. Spit it.
And I wouldn't care if he just dropped down dead. Honestly, if this
Now here's a message.
and if this
From Logan.
Yeah, here's a message from Logan. If Donald Sterling just dropped down dead, maybe if the story if you're gonna do another one, okay, maybe not. Jake was about to go push impressed.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
There it is. The story then would transition from him being a racist to him being dead, and the story would end and then it'd probably be like, oh, Sterling's death would probably last for like maybe two days in the media. I'm just tired of hearing about it. I'm done. I just hope it's just over for him. I'm over it.
I agree. I completely agree with you.
Yeah. That's my only opinion on it.
I pretty much agree with everything you just said. I think he's a terrible person. I think he's making things worse for himself. He's refusing to pay the $2.5 million fine to the NBA, which is he should have been fined a lot more, but it's the maximum penalty the NBA could have done. And $2.5 million to him, to the average American, compared to him is like $100.
Yeah.
He has $2.9 billion. What is $2.5 million to him? It's nothing. And he's also saying, there's a controversy that says, his wife still thinks that the team is rightfully hers. She believes that she has a stake in the money he does not want to sell.
She can just leave. She can.
She can get out too. She can go to Mexico.
She doesn't have to die, in my opinion, but she could stay alive for me.
And I think the very interesting little side topic on it was LeBron said,
"Oh,
next year,
no, Sterling should be in the NBA."
come next year, the NBA Association, the president of the Players Association, said that if any Sterling is still involved with the team, come the 2014, 2015 season, LeBron will lead a boycott of the entire NBA.
I'm down with that.
So players will refuse to play.
Yeah, because if Mrs.
That's an extreme,
if
but it'll
Mrs.
be.
Sterling
I don't think
is still running the.
there's no way they're gonna let it get to that though.
Who's technically still running the show? Who knows? So
who knows?
Yeah. So get all of them out of there. I wouldn't mind just to send my boy Dexter Morgan for any Dexter fans out there. I know he might not particularly fit Harry's code, but you can go animal tranquilize him and go dump him in the Marina Bay out there in Florida, Dexter, if you really want to.
Oh, a Dex reference?
Yeah, I'm tossing out Dexter. Maybe Dexter can put me under his wing and I can help him out if he wanted me to.
You'd be willing to do that for him with you and Dex?
Yeah, I'd go out there with Dex. Let's call out Michael C. Holland if we can make like a second movie out of this, but make it real life.
The Hunt of Donald Sterling.
Yeah, because Dexter, we all know
featuring Dexter.
Jake,
on Showtime.
Yeah, well, we know Jake was in the last episode of Dexter, and we all know that Dexter did not have a great ending.
Yeah.
Let's just say if we made a motion picture out of maybe like Donald or Dexter killing Donald Sterling, like that'd be fine with me. I'd pay.
I'd
spend good money for that.
3D IMAX.
Hell yeah.
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 Let's get it.
Yeah.
Donald Sterling. We summarized that.
Yeah.
Pretty much all we can say about it.
Yep.
Second String Sports, 88.7 FM. You're listening to KBVR Corvallis. We're gonna take one more PSA break, and when we come back, got a little NFL draft summary. Some Beavs being taken in free agency the late round. We got some opinions on that, and then we're gonna end the show last 20 minutes with the best thing we can possibly talk about: the NBA playoffs. Portland Trail Blazers eliminated. Sad day for all us Oregonians, but stay tuned. We got a lot of good content to come.
But happy day for them Spurs fans.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
All right.
This is Second String Sports.
Maybe.
Stay tuned. Lots of stuff to come.
You're invited to veg out every Friday from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. with the OSU's Organic Growers Club. Stop by the Agriculture and Life Science Building foyer located on Campus Way to find bushels and baskets of fresh, locally grown produce and folks rooted in sustainable gardening practices. Hope to see you there and have a very good day, Corvallis.
You like that pun? Very good day?
Berry delicious. Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad of those berries and cream.
Oh, sweet. Okay. All right. We're going to summarize the NFL draft here. I'm sure, last show we were able to talk about Brandin Cooks going 20th overall to the Saints, so that's not news. But
who dat?
It is news that Michael Crichton, why'd I say Michael?
I don't know, Michael Strahan? Were you watching?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Scotty!
I haven't watched Michael and Kelly in a long time. I missed that show, honestly. I used to watch that every single morning.
I miss Brid.
I miss Brid. Side topic. Anyway, Scott Crichton taken 5th round of the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
And a little.
Hey, let's get a
round of applause. I believe that's good play.
Draftees for old Bees. Give a round of applause.
Yay,
oh yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, that's gonna be I feel like Scott Crichton's gonna fiend for Minnesota too.
Really? You like it?
Oh, I love it.
Both him and Brandon landed in such opportune places.
Scott Crichton,
go for it. Take your abilities.
Honestly, I don't know how good the Vikings will be.
No.
But
Adrian Peterson's on his last year in the National Football League.
Whoa.
I think he's done.
Whoa.
He's got one more year with the Vikings. They're gonna let him go. He's gonna be picked up somewhere, and those knees. Ugh.
Wow, he's the best running back in the NFL. You say he's already done?
For now, he's pretty much done.
You're calling him done after 1 year? One more year?
1 to 2 more years. You can mark me on that.
Wow. All right.
Something's gonna snap.
Wow. Okay. That's
as much as I love AP.
I'd do a Jake call out here in 2 years. But,
all right, it'll be our senior year on the show, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, another. Oh, speaking of a little growling here, also.
Whoa! I mean, segue soundbite. We got
Rashard Reynolds went to the Jaguars.
Jacksonville. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a soundbite for this next one, but a bit of a surprise, but Oregon State wide receiver who we didn't really see much of, 4 years here. The grandson of Tinker Hatfield from Nike, obviously one of the biggest names in athletic footwear, created the Jordan brand. But Micah Hatfield got an invite, little free agent signing to the San Diego Chargers. So, I mean, congrats to him. That's awesome. Make the best of your situation. Let's see what happens.
That surprises everybody in Beaver Nation.
Hey, give him some credit, man. He's just doing his thing. He's ripped.
He is. It's kind of weird.
Why?
Just because it's Hatfield. I don't know.
Congrats to all the Beaver Nation. All the Beaver Nation guys doing their thing, living their dreams.
Yeah.
And we want to go off on not a little Oregon.
Yeah,
Oregon summary.
We got some good. Like, just think about it though. Some good NFL players.
Oh yeah.
We still got Wheaton, Poyer in the NFL. Like,
Sean Mannion was just named the 2015 ESPN Player to Watch. So he could honestly be a starting quarterback next year.
I could see that.
Like, to maybe I don't even know what. I mean, Texans.
I could see that.
Jaguars. I mean, they have an up and coming, but
Jaguars just got Bortles, so they're probably going to let him develop.
You're right.
But I could see the Texans.
I could see the Texans.
Maybe
I could see the Raiders.
Nah, the Raiders got David Carr or whatever
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, baby.
I know,
Carr.
but still, he could be a back.
I keep getting I'll call him like baby one Carr. The right one, and I'll baby call the Carr. Other one. Yeah. Too many D's and cars and.
But if we want to talk about some other Oregon draftees, what's your opinion on this? DeAnthony Thomas to your Kansas City Chiefs. That's all he's been posting about.
Okay.
Did you hit him with the follow? Be honest.
I honestly haven't yet.
Did you know he changed his Instagram name to Dat the Chief?
No way.
I'm not even. I'm not lying.
Okay, so this is how I feel about it.
Spit it. Spit your realness.
Okay, I hate DeAnthony Thomas.
Who doesn't?
Exactly.
He's like a little fly on the wall.
As an Oregon State fan, I hate him, but I understand why the Chiefs drafted him because we need a speed guy because we just lost Dexter McCluster. So it's I wasn't happy, but like I wasn't mad because I understand why they did it. But yeah, that's all I really feel about it. It's just I don't know. That's all I feel.
That's all you feel?
That's all I feel.
What role do you think he's honestly going to play? Even any playing time, a few punt returns?
Like he's probably going to be a punt returner. I don't see him being a kick returner because he'd probably get destroyed. I could see him maybe getting out of the slot a couple plays out of the slot. Other than I remember watching the couple games last year of DeAnthony Thomas when he tried to catch the ball.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it.
No, he's not. He's not a receiver.
And that's what the Chiefs are going to
That's what they need. That's what they're going to try to train.
No. I've read into it. The Chiefs are going to make DeAnthony Thomas a slot wide receiver.
Really? How do you think he feels about that? Is he going to make the most of it and train this summer on his hands or what? I mean, he has to. He better. What was he, 4th round? 5th round?
3rd round.
3rd round?
Yeah.
That was honestly, that's where I predicted him. I thought he was going to be 4th, but.
Yeah. And I just want to also say that I called Scotty Crichton in the 3rd round, and I also called Rashard Reynolds in the 7th. I'm a genius. You're a genius. I could honestly be the next Mel Kiper.
I'd be fine with you replacing Mel Kiper.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with anyone replacing Mel Kiper.
Should I grow out my hair again?
Yeah.
And I slick it back?
When I see you next year for the, fall term, I fully expect Hobo Logan.
It won't. Well, the Hobo Logan will develop into late December. That's when Hobo Logan comes out. Hobo Logan does not exist during September. It's just
now you're well groomed, shaven, buzz cut Logan. Yeah. Even I went a little clean shaven for a week, and I'm just letting it grow out because I couldn't do it. Yeah, I don't like clean shaven. Feels too breezy on my face.
I'm clean shaven, buzzed head, feeling good. About to become a hobo in December.
Are you relishing your last moments of being able to see your skin?
Oh, I still got a while.
No, you're gonna be Hobo Logan before you know it. And I fully expect your beard to be even long. Will you take the full step to Hobo Logan and not shave the mustache? Let the mustache fully develop with the whole beard? That's the true step.
The mustache itches though.
So? Gotta embrace the stash.
Nah, I trim the stash.
Ron Swanson, embrace the stash.
You said Ron Swanson. I'm gonna miss Parks and Recreation after this next year. Next year is gonna be the last season. I'm gonna miss it.
There's still a full season left though. This isn't the time to miss it right now.
It's gonna be.
This isn't the time.
I'm already missing Mad Men. Mad Men's gonna be gone next year as well.
I've been missing The Office. I
miss The Office. I miss Breaking Bad. All my shows are ending. It's a tough year. It's gonna be a tough couple years for me.
Walking Dead has like 2 more seasons max, I would say.
No, yeah, Walking Dead has an unbearable like it has just like you don't know how long it's gonna last forever.
It can't.
It's gonna last very, very long.
How are you gonna make them survive the zombies for that long? They're gonna
The comics
it can last forever if they introduce a new main character. I could see Rick.
They always introduce main characters.
No, I mean like not even like a comic character, like invented by the writers, just like out of nowhere.
Daryl Dixon.
Okay,
You don't understand.
I mean a main character.
Daryl Dixon is a main character.
I mean, the only way I could see the show surviving, like, I could see Daryl and Rick being killed off and having 2 people like Tom and like a new like sexy lady being like the new leading actors of the show.
Jake, you've watched this last season of The Walking Dead. It's the only season you've ever watched in your
It's
whole
better than
life.
never watching it all. I can say I've watched 1 season of Walking Dead.
And it's the last season, which was not even that it wasn't that great of a season. The first couple were easily better.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen every season. I've read every comics.
All right.
I'm a nerd.
All right. You are.
That was your own. Just click. Come on, let's click it. Click it.
All right.
There we go.
Two of my favorite sound bites.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna take a quick PSA break. Give you a little breathing room if you're walking to class, maybe with your headphones in, listening online. Actually, no. You're probably not listening to us while you're walking to class.
No, people are.
If you're a professor and you're listening to us in class, if your students are taking a midterm and you're listening to us, we'd love to have you on the show. Talk some NBA.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, wherever you are, we're gonna take a quick PSA and we're gonna end the show with some NBA playoffs. My favorite thing to talk about, the world's favorite thing to talk about, everyone's favorite thing to talk about.
Aliens' favorite thing to talk about.
No, the aliens don't like the NBA. Second String Sports 88.7 AM.
According to Space Jam.
FM, I mean.
According to Space Jam, aliens do like the NBA. So.
All right, I feel you.
Shout out to Crystal for buying me the DVD too.
Stay tuned. NBA to come. Second String Sports.
Stressed out? Need a break? The MindSpot Cabs is a unique sanctuary where you can soothe your mind, body, and spirit, as well as learn skills for health and well-being. The MindSpot is free and open to all students, faculty, and staff. To make a half-hour or hour appointment, call 541-737-2131. Half-hour consultations with a CAPS member on how to use the MindSpot equipment are also available.
Still remains within the sound of silence.
And we're back. Second String Sports. That was an interesting PSA.
We're sorry if that was a little creepy and kind of spooked you. We thank you. We thank you for any listeners who stayed on and listened to us after that.
If you changed the channel after that PSA, I don't blame you.
I don't blame.
We may not have any listeners right now.
I was about to jump out of the studio. I was that scared.
There's a window right there.
I'm gonna jump out the window.
Jumping out the window. Ooh. I hit that note. All right, back on topic.
Back to the NBA playoffs.
NBA playoffs. What do we got to say about this?
Number 1, Damian Lillard. Go home.
Okay. I'm gonna give my final thoughts on this.
Get your last little Blazer rant out of the year here, Jake.
It's not so much a rant because
get your little ceremony out of here.
I was on such an emotional high after that Rockets winner. First playoff series win.
Probably
in
every
14
Blazer
years.
fan.
Every Blazer, even non-Blazer fans in Portland saw that shot and just totally respected it. Going into this Spurs series, I did not expect the total beatdown that ensued.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back, it's a total experience thing. The Blazers were on an emotional high. Pretty much the whole team doesn't really have any second-round experience. Well, not pretty much. Literally, besides Mo Williams. Has Robin Lopez gone past the second round with New Orleans?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Mo Williams, that's it. And he was injured, so, I mean... They were not off. They were not getting the boards. Terrible defense. Damian was struggling. LaMarcus had a good series. biggest thing was bench scoring was absolutely terrific. I mean, sorry, I didn't mean terrific.
Horrific.
Horrific.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm so emotional. I can't even distinguish my words.
Jake's just tearing up right now.
Nah, I'm not. Anyway, it was a sad performance. After we went down 3-0, you couldn't even be mad at it. You couldn't even be mad at the series anymore. It was almost just like a sigh, like, you know, we all know we're not going to win. We got that one win by a hefty 20 in front of the home crowd, which I think is a pivotal moment for the fan base to show the team just didn't put their tail between their legs and slink away like a scared dog. They got that win. They showed out for one game. You know, we didn't get swept, but honestly, all the players in the interviews, I think LaMarcus had a great point. This is a learning year. It wasn't meant to be this year because of there's a few missing pieces.
They're a good bench player away from being a great team.
I'm very excited to see what offseason moves, bench player, whatever 6-man we can add. But yeah, that's all I can say is, strange second round, but it's a building year. It's a maturity thing for Damian Lillard. He gets put into perspective, and heck, next year we're going to come out strong. I'm pumped. Mm-hmm. Props to the Spurs, though. Much props to Tim Duncan and Popovich. They killed. They obliterated every single game. Just complete outplayed. Every game that we lost by double digits. So that says a little something.
Yeah, Spurs played really well.
Dangerous. They're dangerous.
I was at Game 3.
Man, you're bad.
And
luck.
I
do not want you back in the Moda ever again.
Maybe I'm the Spurs good luck
I award
charm.
you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Thank you.
Yep.
I think I might be the Spurs good luck charm. Maybe this playoffs now, starting from this point on. Maybe it's a championship here, and maybe if it is, maybe it's because I touched Tim Duncan's hand. Tim Duncan also gave me an autograph, and just another funny story here is I get to the game. I'm at shoot around. And Danny Green is the first one doing a little shoot-around action. And Danny Green, I just go, Danny! And he doesn't really acknowledge me. It's fine. And I just yelled, Danny, it's me from high school. And
didn't you try that same tactic on Cal?
No, someone else did, and that's where I kind of got it
that
from.
was Jeff.
Yeah,
shout out Jeff Lulay.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I pulled that, and Danny Green just swoops his head.
He thought it was real.
Oh, he looks directly in the eye, and I just give him a solid head nod, and he just he gives me another head nod back and just starts shooting. That was pretty awesome. I got a little starstruck when I talked to Duncan though. I was like, Duncan, can I
sign your sweatshirt though?
When he signed my sweatshirt, I was like, Duncan, can I get an autograph? He just like, because there wasn't that many Spurs fan around there, so then he's like, oh yeah.
Wait,
sure.
Did you have a pen on hand?
No, some other guy next to me did.
And you're like, dude, can I borrow that? Tim Duncan.
Oh no, he already had the pen in hand, and he just signed my sweatshirt. And
was he a Blazer fan? The guy with the pen?
No, it was everyone that was on the other side of the Spurs section was all Spurs fans. Yeah, so when Tim Duncan was signing my sweatshirt, I was like, hey Tim, good luck tonight, and he's just like, oh yeah, you know what he said? He's just like, oh thanks man, and that was it.
Oh thanks man.
Yeah,
I'm Tim Duncan.
I was like, I wanted to say something else, and I couldn't get anything else out of my mouth. I just couldn't do it.
You couldn't even get, you're my favorite basketball player of all time. You're my inspiration. You couldn't even get one thing like, I look up to you, man.
I did get it. I got that out of the start. I was like, Tim Duncan, huge fan. That's all I said.
That's not very
I said, Tim Duncan, huge fan. Can I get an autograph? That's what I said.
If I would have met Damian, I would have dropped down and hugged him and said, I love you.
Yeah, then you got taken out of the court and you wouldn't be allowed back in the Moda. So good luck with that.
That's true.
Yeah.
No one would like that.
Yeah.
I would not like that.
Yeah.
I love the Moda. Except the commercials. I hate the commercials.
For the red bouncing ball.
Okay. All right, let's get back to the topic of the NBA playoffs. So we got the Heat.
Oh, and also not to mention too, Jake's trying to skip over this. My mom actually tweeted at us, reminding that Jake owes me $5.
I do
on our bet.
I
so
do.
Jake, when you go home, if you want to get it from your mom, if you don't want to get it out of your pocket, it's all good.
Well, all I carry is Hunnit, so.
Jake just makes it rain $100 bills everywhere.
No, seriously, I only have 20s in my wallet, so I'll get a 5 at home.
So not hundreds.
Same thing. To a college student, a 20 is a Hunnit.
That's very true. We'll bounce it over.
Bounce back to the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
We got the Heat rolling the Nets in a very bizarre. ticky-tacky game.
We're gonna have to roll through this pretty quick.
Yeah,
actually.
we're gonna speed through our predictions.
We've gone through some sidetracks here.
Oh yeah, we're big sidetrack guys.
Yeah. So
comedians. We're comedians.
Short story short, or keep it short here. The Nets just kind of choked. And they just
to put it simply, they
didn't have Brooke Lopez. If they would have had Brooke Lopez,
this season would have been a different story.
It could have been, even the series could have been different. But that's all I gotta say for that series. I project them to beat the Pacers in 5. Honestly, I think the Pacers beat the Wizards, and everyone was kind of hoping the Wizards would win. Just I feel like kind of a little underdog. I feel like a lot of people were.
Yeah.
I think the Pacers they're trash.
Just to sum it up, we got Heat Pacers Eastern Conference Finals. We got Thunder Spurs Western Conference Finals. Final predictions for those 2 series and for the championship.
I honestly think I was happy the Thunder won last night, even though I kind of wanted them to lose the game, but then win the game.
You'd rather play the Thunder than the Clippers? The Clippers are weak.
I think the Spurs have I think they match up better with the Thunder. And I've talked to this.
I mean, they lost to the Thunder twice, though.
They've lost them 4-0 to this. But that's just regular.
Oh yeah,
that's just the regular season.
Yeah,
but I feel like the Spurs match up really well with the Thunder. I think Kawhi Leonard's gonna. I think Kawhi Leonard will play great on-ball defense against Kevin Durant, and also play great team defense. And I just feel like they play.
Completely agree.
But the big iffy part is Tony Parker is a hamstring. I
think he's fine. I think he's completely fine.
That hammy's good. I think the Spurs win in 7, and then it's a Spurs.
Ooh, taking it to 7?
I think it's gonna be a 7. And,
I'm feeling it.
And then I think Miami's getting there at 5.
Yep.
I'll wait for my prediction, and if that happens,
to keep it sweet and short, I'm gonna go Miami over Indiana. 5 games, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Easy Miami to the championships. Even though I'd prefer the Indiana. And I'm going to go toss up on the other series. Honestly, the way I look at it is I'm completely fine with the Spurs winning the championship because then I can say the Blazers got eliminated by the champion, which is always a good thing to say.
I gave my first retweet to the Pinwheel Empire saying...
Pinwheel? Yeah, did they say the same thing? I'd rather lose to the champions?
Yeah, they go congrats to the Spurs on a heck of a series. Go win the championship.
Yeah. So classy Pinwheel.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. So that's pretty much all we got for the show today. We're pretty packed, honestly. We went it from everywhere to Krusty Sterling to Michael Sam to
Jabba Sturl
to Kate Upton and Asana. So you're listening to Second String Sports once again every Friday 1 to 2 p.m. here on KBVR Corvallis 88.7 FM or online kbvr.com. Want to give a last social media shout out. Follow us on the personal Second String Twitter at Second String KBVR or my Twitter, I got some comedic tweets at jmcgrady7. Logan's pretty comedic guy.
Or follow LT McGinnis.
Live tweet us, throughout the week. If you ever want us, hey, big thing happens in sports. You're watching TV, something funny happens. Hey, talk about that moment on your show. Just tweet us. Hashtag Second String Sports. Follow us on, like us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. We ain't thirsty. We just want to interact with the fans. Even if you're like 50, we love you. Anyway, the Second String Sports, 1 to 2 p.m. every week. We try our best to kick the realness. Have a good week. Try to stay cool.
Yeah, stay in front of the fan. Go enjoy some baseball.
Jump
games.
in the pool. Stay in front of the fan. If you have air conditioning, you're a lucky SOB, man.
Yeah,
you're living in luxury.
Oh yeah.
Cover yourself in ice. Stay cool. Watch some sports. Stay safe, and live long and prosper. If you want to be a Star Trek fan. I don't know. Second String Sports. We like sports. We don't care who knows.